Hi, I'm Carrie Star Ellis, author of the 21st Century Superhuman book series. Today, I'm going to show you something called magic coffee. Coffee has medicinal effects. It's really good for getting the liver and the gallbladder to dump. It's stimulating. I went for years without drinking coffee and I started drinking coffee again, but I realized it really put a lot of stress on my system, just having the caffeine and the acidity in there, because we are really designed to run like an alkaline battery. So whenever I drink coffee, one of the first things I do is I add baking soda to it. Believe it or not, I even carry a little bag of baking soda around in my backpack. And so it's not a lot. It's like a half a teaspoon, okay? Half a teaspoon to a quarter teaspoon. It's not a huge amount. And I like using Arm & Hammer baking soda or Bob's Red Mill. And there's a lot of, you can read about baking soda and the value of using different brands. So I'm putting that in the cup, and then I'm going to add a little honey. Now, interestingly, Dr. Simoncini, who was an Italian oncologist, and he discovered that by putting sodium bicarbonate or baking soda in an IV and sending it directly to a tumor, he could dissolve that tumor in 10 minutes. And because basically cancer cannot live in an alkaline cell. And so the nice thing about adding honey or agave syrup or a healthy sweetener with your baking soda is cells want the sugar. So the sugar will carry the baking soda into the cell, and it helps make our cells alkaline. This is amazing. Like, just think, going through all this with coffee. But when you think of what you get at a coffee shop, you get it at Starbucks, you get it wherever where they put all the extra fancy sugars and flavorings in, you might just work with making your own magic coffee, and your own magic coffee being something that is really designed to make you healthy. So I'm also going to add frankincense oil. You could use tea tree oil. You could use oregano. And I'm just putting one drop in, and I'll have a lot more days when I talk about the essential oils and how critical they are to keeping us well from a lot of things that we're being exposed to right now. We consider having essential oils several times a day in our daily life to be super important. And I also make my own almond milk, which I love doing, but today I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to use the kind out of a container. This is unsweetened almond milk, but you could have it with some kind of a natural sweetener. I'm going to just add some to each cup. I like my coffee kind of creamy. And of course, it's a little richer if you use the animal dairy, but I find, especially in the wintertime, if I use dairy products, which are really designed for the baby cow, right? I gradually will get congestion. I'll get a little congestion that I'm coughing up in my lungs. I'll get a little congestion in my nose. So even though I love dairy cream and dairy milk, I really try and avoid it. And I know that a lot of the animal products these days, if I can't buy organic, have got hormones that the cows have been given. And it's an industry that's really hard on the cows. So it's kind of like you have to make the choice of what works for you, for your values, for your morals, for what you're dedicated to. Are you dedicated to kindness, both for the animals and for us? And also that we know that we can stay healthy on these simpler foods. It's also a higher frequency diet. This is something that helps us be more conscious and be more clear. If we're putting less congestion into our cells, we can be a more conscious person. So this coffee is so good, I'm just going to have to taste it. It smells good. Wow, this is fabulous. So good. So I hope that you will experiment with this. Remember, baking soda, and I dump the box into a container like this so it's easier for me to serve, and an essential oil, a little honey to go with the baking soda, and then a little plant-based milk or milk of your choice. So, get your magic coffee going. Don't miss it. Help your body be healthy by what you're putting into it instead of harming it. And we'll see you soon.
And if you're feeling kinda down and you need some inspiration to remember who you are. Whoa, now child, please don't frown. You can choose a new vibration and these words can take you far. I am a 21st century superhuman. I know that the answers are inside. I am 21st century superhuman. Now is the time.